What's up guys, I'm the voice behind the helmet, and today I'll be reviewing this 2019 Yamaha YZF R3. If you tuned in the last video, you'll see that I did a review on a Kawasaki 250, and I advised you guys why or why not it should or should not be your first bike. I'll be doing the same thing with this bike. However, I'll also be hitting on the pros, the cons, and a little bit of the differences. Now, of course, as always, before we jump into it, I'll be discussing the price, the weight, body style and features, as well as the comfortability of this bike. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Coming in at $5,300 MSRP, you have this Yamaha R3. Now the base price is going for anywhere between $5,000 and $53,000, believe it or not. Flip My Cycle is selling it for $52,000, so they're right on the head with this one. If you are interested in this bike, feel free to click the card up in the right hand section and contact Flip My Cycle. Now moving into the body weight of this bike actually weighs 368 pounds, which puts it 6 pounds less than the 250 I did a review on last time. I did say that the lower you go in CC, the more you'll realize that the lighter the bike is. However, this definitely contradicts that, being that I know it's only a 6 pound difference, but believe it or not, 6 pounds make a difference. So the draw weight, I don't really know the draw weight of the bike, so I'm not gonna sit here and fib about it. Yo, let's get into the body style of this bike. Love Yamaha. I love their body styles. It's super aggressive, and if you guys don't know, this is the first and the lowest CC bike Yamaha has ever put out. So that's pretty interesting that they were able to put a bike on the market to compete with the other bikes such as Kawasaki, your Hondas. You know, competition is a thing to make bikes stay relevant, and you know, sometimes you have your people that's biased. I'm not gonna say I'm biased, but if you know me, you know Cali girls rule the world. Or any Cali person. But this bike is art. Like, I just love this panel. Look at that. It tells you what gear you're in. Remember how last video I was saying, like, don't expect too much with your 250s and the base styles? I see that the later you go in here, like, the more that they're adding towards your experience, whether it's beginner or not. Now, I definitely want one of these bikes specifically for the track. Now, they're good in the corners. They hug them and they do exactly what you need to. The only thing I can't really justify is a straight line. Of course, a 300 is not going to outrun a 1000 in a straight line. Now, curves, yeah, I'm pretty sure the R3 will have any leader bike beat, and I will put money on that. Bike is it actually comes equipped with ABS, and if you go look and research your R3s, it's an additional $300 to even buy one equipped with ABS. So in all reality and no fairness, Flip My Cycle is actually putting this out for a good price, especially 5,200 ABS with 4,000 miles on it. That's a steal. That is definitely a steal. One thing that I did notice is that your brake fluid right here is capped off on this Yamaha. So if you look at any other bikes that I've done, or even my bike, you see that there's a capsule. This bike, I'm just, honestly, I know it's only a 300, but I'm already in love with it. I'm definitely already in love. Look how smooth it already, like, hugs the corners, man. Of course, I'm about to take this on a highway and see how fast we can go. So this bike does have a stock exhaust on it, so just imagine what you can do to tune it You could start by putting a full exhaust system on this bike, and definitely you can increase that HP. I'm not gonna say significantly, but it's gonna be enough to where you feel a difference. Wow, man, I freaking love this bike. Look, it even tells you if you're turning left and if you're turning right. Like, that's awesome. All right, we about to hit it, y'all. Bike reminds me of a Kawasaki 650. It's upright. Same way I said that the 250 gives me that dual vibe. I love the fact that everything on here is digital as well. We at 78, 79. Okay. Looks like 97 is going to be our top. I don't want to pull on it too much. Smooth, man. I would love to have one of these on the track. So don't get me wrong. I mean, this bike is slow too, but look at it. Look at the aggression in that. It wants to take off so bad. It's like, oh, you're not gonna just ride me. I love it. I love it. I love the color scheme of this bike. I'm pretty biased with the color schemes. If you guys tuned into my Jigsaw review video where I told y'all my favorite colors are black, white, and red. So anything with that color scheme, I'm sold. Easily sold. And the fact that this is that matte black, oh, with the accents, oh, I think it's silver accents. I don't quite remember, but matte black with silver accents and finish, it's a hell yeah for me. You know how people be like, oh, it's a no-go for me, bro. No, it's a hell yeah for me. It's a full sin. So this is stock height, and with stock height, I am actually tiptoeing on this one. So the Kawasaki 250 sits a tad bit lower than this, and that's okay. Even though it sits lower, I'm definitely still comfortable on it. Now, as far as comfortability on this bike, I give this a 10 out of 10 as well. Like, I'm upright. I'm not too leaned over. Of course, I can maneuver. I can I just feel like I have 100% full control of this bike. Anything that you want to invest into, you definitely should be comfortable on it. You should know that you're getting your money's worth out of it. The brakes on this thing, pretty good. The front brakes could be a little bit better, but to each its own. What may be comfortable to me may not be comfortable to you, vice versa. So, man, I'm really in love with this bike. Like, look at me, just woo, woo, woo. Y'all seen that TikTok when they was like woo, woo, woo. That's definitely this bike. Do I recommend this as a first bike for somebody? I would definitely say yes. This specific brand though, a Yamaha R3, I definitely would recommend as a first bike opposed to a 250. And my reason being is because, just as I said in the last video, why spend more money on something you're basically gonna get down a long term? So basically, just as I said last time, if I know I'm gonna upgrade or outgrow this bike, then I'm gonna dish my money out to where I know where I'm trying to get to. But that's just me. I like to think long term with stuff. I definitely recommend everybody who is looking to get into motorcycles as a whole to take the MSF course. And if you go through the MSF course, you'll realize that they start you on something like Honda Rebels 250s, which is like your most basic bike. Some people don't recommend even starting out on a sport bike. That's the crazy part. But it's all rider preference. Like, just because they don't agree with it, it don't mean that you don't have to agree with it. So yeah, take the MSF course, get a feel for that cruiser style bike. Go to your local dealerships, test ride some bikes, or if you have friends or family who have bikes, then test ride theirs as well to see what it is that you genuinely may like. And it may take, like, it's not an overnight process. It may take a month, couple weeks, days, whatever. It may take a couple months before you realize, like, oh man, I don't even like sport bikes. For comfortability and recommendations, I definitely would recommend this as a first bike. I definitely love it. I know I said that about 1,000 times now. I definitely love this bike. Oh my gosh. The thing that's different before I let you guys go is the fact that you hold this down. It's not a flip switch. So you hold this down to start the bike. Shout out to Flip My Cycle for allowing me to do a review, another review on one of their bikes. And of course, there's more to come. So you have to flip it down just like that.